The New York Knicks are monitoring the marketplace. They want to see if there's a star player that's available. Stop me if you heard this one before.
I have. Shut up.
Every year. So it's just to me, this is just the typical Leon Rose collecting picks, kicking the can down the road, getting a star ready for the trade, and then saying, nah, we're not going to do it. Or there's a trade, might be on the table, and we're not going to give it the picks for the guy, because he knows once he makes the big trade, then the clock really starts on his tenure. Right now, he's making the playoffs. He's good.
Can I ask you a
But
question?
there's no mandate for him right now.
You think that he purposely doesn't want to make a big deal because he knows that he can just sort of, let me backtrack a little too, because the previous regimes were so bad and the Knicks had nothing, just an abyss of disaster. But now he's added stability, and this team is clearly a playoff team, clearly the better half of the Eastern Conference, not the elite part, but the better half of the
upper mid. Yeah.
Upper mid, as you call it. That you think that he is scared to pull a trade because he knows he's in a safe zone.
Yes.
That if he were to make a deal to get another guy and go all in and say, we're all in. If it works, I'm a legend here, right? Because I brought a title back to New York. But if I don't and it blows up, I'm out of here. You think he's scared to make a big move because he's just feels happy and secure with the job he's done and doesn't feel the urgency to make a trade because of his job security?
I don't think it's scared. I think that's too far of a word to describe it. I think he's just very, very passive because he knows he has job security because he has all these picks. He has all these players. He's got, a team that's winning. He's got a good coach. He's got a solid foundation. And he's putting butts in the seats. They're getting to the playoffs every year. They're turning the reputation of the franchise around. He knows he doesn't have to make that big move because if he does, then the clock really starts. If he made that Donovan Mitchell trade last year and then the Knicks top out at the second round anyway, even though we wouldn't know what this future would have been if they, whatever, Back to the Future, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
If they, if he makes that trade and they top out at the second round after he went all in, then he's getting killed and then he might be fired in a year. You know what I mean? But if you don't make that trade, you're here. And now there's still no pressure. It's like, well, we're waiting for the right move. We're waiting for the right guy to shake loose, the right franchise changing star to make that move. It's got to be the right player. It's just, who the fuck is the guy?